It's been a very decent week so far for the Nigerian currency, the Naira, at the FX market. At the I&E window, we started the week on a very positive note, and of course that continued yesterday at the I&E window. That's the investors and exporters window. The local currency unit strengthened about 0.1% against the dollar, 362.19, but it was flat at 360 at the parallel market. The turnover at the I&E window, however, continued to in triple digits, 225.6 million US dollars. We started the week with about 235 million US dollars. Meantime, your debt market still very active as investors begin to play the treasuries very strongly ahead of the presidential elections next week, Saturday. Let's get Ramat Baba, who is the chief dealer for fixed income at FBN Merchant Bank, to talk to us from FMDQ Exchange Place in downtown Lagos. Ramat, it's good to see you again on the program. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Great. This is a great time. You folks at the debt market are the ones having a nice time, so to speak. Yields now, short-dated treasuries, single digits. I never thought this could happen just before the elections. 9.9%, 9.8%.
Yes. In the Treasury bills market, at the start of the week, there's been a lot of demand for a certain maturity of bill. That's the 9th of May bill. As a result, yields came down significantly on that bill. However, there was a reversal yesterday because the CBN offered the same bill at the OMO auction yesterday. As a result, we actually saw this bill going as high as 11% levels. That's from low of about 7% levels.
Yeah, so that's what picked me. What's going on here? About 135 billion on Monday, about 123.5 billion on Tuesday. This zero tolerance for liquidity overhang in the market is pushing the central bank for this rapid mop-up.
Yes, the CBN has persistently mopped up at the interbank market. They're trying to take liquidity out, really, of course. That's just in a bid to defend the currency. And from what we see, market has remained persistently tight. Yesterday, the system opened at about 119 billion. Today is expected to be opening at about 50 billion estimate. Yesterday, the market traded, the interbank market that is, traded at about between 16 and 18% as there continue to be a bit of liquidity squeeze through the mop-up.
Yes, so overnight money, about 20.92%. This is getting a little bit hot for me.
Sorry, come again?
Yes, overnight money, the interbank, about 20.9% yesterday. So where am I going to see some showers, some Naira fall this week? Would that be Thursday, tomorrow, with the repayment of matured treasuries? Or perhaps bonds?
Yes, we expect yields to drop tomorrow, rates to drop at the interbank market tomorrow because of the maturities. Really, it's just a trend that keeps it a cycle, really. Last week, there was the FARC inflows that came in. About 311 billion came into the system last week, Tuesday. On Thursday, we saw maturities from OMO bills. As a result, rates have actually remained consistently low until yesterday when the CBN mopped up. And of course, again, there was the retail intervention last Friday. We took out over 300 billion liquidity from the system. This week, market is expected to be tight, of course, until tomorrow when we expect some easing up as a result of maturities.
In terms of the secondary market, where you are, the FMDQ, where the bond market, the big bonds are, the market is really, really deep when it comes to the bond. Why is the Naira bond a little bit tepid, a bit sluggish, and Treasuries is taking more of the front seat in this play?
Because there's continued to be demand for the local currency bonds by both the local investors as well as the offshore investors. Last week, there was a bond auction, and about 116 billion was sold. On the 10-year maturity alone, the sale was about 91.6 billion. Even despite this volume that was sold, as against the auction, the offer amount of about 50 billion, we still saw a lot of demand coming into the secondary market from the offshore guys. As a result, most of the bonds have been trading at 14% levels, between 14.65 to 14.9% level, except the 2028 bond, which is the only bond that is currently offered above 15%, and that is offered at about 15.05%.
Okay. It looks like a nice time for you guys at the debt market. Have a great day, Ramat Barbara, Chief Dealer for Fixed Income at FBN Quest Merchant Bank, live to us from FMDQ Exchange Place. Of course, the stock market is where we usually wrap up the program right from the trading floor with Temple Ashaju, our business correspondent. So we're trying to find out if we have been thinking and going to be big numbers today. Yesterday, the banks tried to claw back a bit of what they lost in previous sessions, about 2.10% on the banking index. But let's just touch base with Temple, shall we? For just a few minutes and give us a sense of where we're starting today's session. Midweek, Temple. Okay, shoot.
So we're starting on a positive note again. We're up some 0.04% right now. That may be marginal gains actually, but then it's something really good. We're in the green zone, that's what it means. And we're seeing interest across the banking names again. We're seeing Zenith Bank and Guaranty Trust Bank doing well currently in the market. We've seen some 20 million units of shares done so far, valued for about 140 million naira. However, we've seen a whole lot of sell down in the market. The sell side right now in the market is a bit more in the system. We've got Honeywell doing some 3.9 million units of shares. And of course, if you look at the share price, it's down 9.17%. If you look at Access Bank, which is next in line, it's down 1.59% specifically. But we've seen 1.6 million units of its shares also traded so far. NACO is another company that we've also found on the top trades charts of the market, and it continues to dip down right now in early trade, some 3.01% after some 650,000 units of the shares have been sold so far. But if you look at the top gainer in the market, we see Lion Africa gaining some 9.49%. This implies that when you have a period like this, that you are suddenly seeing gains in the market, and you know that there are a bit of uncertainties out there in terms of the election that is looming, it tells you that some investors will want to buy some less active stocks, put their money there, because they know that that may not move too fast, until the bullish run now returns to the market and they want to quickly exit from such. But that's the kind of a position we're seeing in the market. It's hard to say right now if the market will change the direction from the gain side to decliners level eventually, but we'll see how things pan out going forward, Bosun.
Temple, any particular news on Market Street for today, as it were? Of course, all this news about board meetings and all of that, trying to cross the T's and dot the I's for the 2018 financials. Anything else outside that?
So from a lot of them, we're only just getting announcements for the closed period, the fact that companies will be, board members will be meeting, to deliberate on the audited financial statements for each of the company as regards the year 2018 just ended and all that. That's what we're seeing in the market. But we understand that a lot of these meetings will probably be holding after the election that is scheduled for the 16th of February. So that tells you that it is after the election that the earnings of some of these companies will start trickling into the market, so that the level of uncertainty in the market will not be too heightened. So this is a strategy to help companies and, of course, investors in general to basically manage the level of uncertainty in the system. That's what we're seeing. The latest we've seen so far is just the update on Consolidated Hallmark Insurance, where after the placement was done, we saw some 1.3 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each offered at 65 kobo now. So a particular investor or more, added up or listed in the market, and that brought the total fully paid up capital of Consolidated Hallmark to 8.3 billion ordinary shares, as opposed to just 7 billion ordinary shares that we had in the system before now. That's what we're saying, and we hope that going forward, we will get some more information regarding earnings. A lot of the investors here are actually waiting for that.
Yeah, Temple, the big story is going to be next week, Tuesday. The National Bureau of Statistics will be releasing fourth quarter 2018 GDP numbers just about 4 days to the elections. And you know what's going to happen? Folks are going to roll up their sleeves.
Are you sure that will be postponed, Bosun?
No. It's going to come on yes, that's what is on Twitter right now. It's going to come out on Tuesday, next week, 12th of February, 4 days to the elections. We have your fourth quarter GDP. We're going to have a nice time. Great, everyone. Put that on your calendar. Next week, Tuesday, we're going to have an expanded programming on Nigeria's final GDP before the presidential elections. That's a great one. But of course, we have tomorrow, Thursday, to deal with, and of course, Friday. Then we're done with this week. Then we'll get ready for the big data on your market street. Tuesday, 12th of February, fourth quarter 2018 GDP. Put everything you've got in your arsenal. We got to go right now. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.